Jay Shady, and you are listening to the Voice of Reason! Alright, so how was that old school Raw tonight, yo? Was it good? Not so good. Very show, you know? I was watching, I was really getting freaking tired, you know? I was watching Wrestlemania 6 earlier today. That already it was like 20 Nyquils. This was just like 100 more. I know I'm, you know, beating this like a broken record, but this has to be put down back to 2 hours. This is too much for a guy to handle. Okay, so how about we talk about the star of the show? How about that great return, you know? You know, the one of the best returns I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, The Undertaker comes out. You know, kind of caught me by surprise. The Undertaker comes out. You see a WrestleMania sign. Then it goes to the intro of the show. And then we come back. Undertaker's nowhere to be found. You know what happened? He just came out and ran to the back afterwards. What the fuck was that? That was just so awkward and weird. You know, Undertaker just comes out for 2 seconds. And then he leaves 2 seconds later. You know, some return, you know. Very shocking return here. Want to say some pros from this show. The old set was freaking awesome. You know, the RAW, the letters by the entrance. The table setup with King and Cole was awesome. King had his old school, you know, regal looking outfit. That was great. The ropes for once weren't white. They were red, white, and blue. That was awesome. You know, the ring apron was awesome. So I loved the old setup. It was very awesome. And the old intro, too, was awesome. So that was good stuff from the show. So the show after the stupid-ass Undertaker return opens up with CM Punk basically, you know, just bitching that he didn't win at WrestleMania. I mean, he didn't win last week to go to WrestleMania. I thought the first part of the promo sucked pretty much. It was just more bitching, more whining. But then he says that he's going to face The Undertaker and he's going to make the streak 20-1, and that 1 is going to be a person who's straight edge. You know, a person who's the best in the world, this and that, drug-free, alcohol-free. I thought that part was good. And then you get fucking Randy Orton interrupting, you know? I was expecting The Undertaker to come out and be like, But no, you get Randy Orton coming out. I mean, this is just stupid. You know, Randy Orton is coming out in like 3 different storylines. And then you get a Big Show coming out. And then you get Sheamus coming out. Like, these guys have no clue what they're doing at WrestleMania, so we might as well interrupt Punk. And all this was to just set up a fatal 4-way match later in the night. Sheamus, Punk, Orton, and Big Show. The winner faces The Undertaker. Like, everybody and their mother doesn't know that it's going to be The Undertaker versus Punk. We really need to, like, you know, dance around this and have a fatal 4-way match where we know who the winner is going to be. I mean, this is just stupid. You know, why do we need this match? Do we really have no setup for anybody else on the WrestleMania card? This is just so stupid. You know, it's the most predictable outcome to a match. Why couldn't you just name it from the beginning of the show, Punk versus Taker, have them cut a segment? I thought this fatal 4-way idea was pretty stupid on WWE's part. Alright, then you get Ryback versus Antonio Cesaro, and I kind of like this match. I hated Ryback's match with Dolph Ziggler last week. I thought it was just a Dolph Ziggler beatdown for 15 minutes, but this was a lot more back and forth. I liked the power stuff, you know, it's a pretty impactful, powerful brawler stuff from Ryback and Cesaro. It had a cool ending with Cesaro going for the neutralizer, but Ryback reverses it and puts him in the shell shock. So I thought this was a pretty good Ryback match. I kind of liked it, you know. So, all you know, nutballs that you get me, why are you praising Ryback match, dude? You know, I liked it. What could I say? Then you get Mark Henry come out, and you get a cool stare down between Mark Henry and Ryback. I thought that was cool. Maybe they could have a match at WrestleMania. You know, World's Strongest Man versus the World's Dumbest Retard. You know, it'd be a pretty cool match. I'd like to see it. You know, I'd like to see Mark Henry, you know, go against Ryback. You have 2 powerhouses. I know that there's no way that Ryback ain't shell-shocking Mark Henry. You can't even shell-shock Paul Heyman without botching. But I think it'd be a cool match. Then you get Mark Henry versus Zack Ryder. It's basically a squash match. You know, goofball Zack Ryder against squash. No problem here. You know, so good stuff from Mark Henry. Then you get Miz coming out. He's fighting Dolph Ziggler. And then Miz calls out, you know, his mentor, and it's Ric Flair. You know, I'm glad to see Ric Flair back on television, but what the fuck is this mentor shit? You know, Miz and, like, Ric Flair, like, had one segment on Raw, and all of a sudden they're, like, best buddies, you know? They're kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing together, like living the large life. Like Miz is all of a sudden part of the Four Horsemen or some shit. Like this doesn't make sense. I don't see the part of Ric Flair in the Miz. I don't see Miz as the next Ric Flair. If anybody, I think Dolph Ziggler could have used Ric Flair as his manager. They have the same type of hair, the showboatingness and all that. The Miz, it's some reality star. It's not, it's not the next Ric Flair, but all of a sudden they're best buddies. Like, okay. So Ric Flair comes in the corner of Miz for the match. I thought the match was okay. I didn't think it was that good, really. I thought it was okay though. It was a good Raw match, good TV match. It was Miz gets the win with the figure 4 leg lock. This is stupid. Why the hell is the Miz? I mean, a guy who can't even get the figure 4 leg lock right is taking over Ric Flair's place. I don't know what this is. Then you get and you got what was cool about this night, and a lot of the right before the commercials they play the old school Raw's War theme, not the main theme, the Thorn in Your Eye, but the We're All Together Now. The I thought that was awesome. Just made me miss the old days more. Then we got The Rock coming out. The Rock's cutting a promo talking about how his nipples have icicles. I thought it was all right. It wasn't too cheesy. But then John Cena comes out. Everybody's savior, everybody's favorite hero now, The great wrestling god from last week, John Cena's out. And this guy makes a fucking douchebag of himself. He tried to be serious, but whenever this guy is serious, it just falls flat on his fucking face. This was I didn't like this segment at all. Whatever little interest I had in this match has been totally drained by this segment. You have John Cena, all of a sudden saying that his loss to The Rock hurt so much when, it didn't matter at all until now. Why is it hurting now, 1 year later? He didn't give a shit, after he lost immediately. Right after he lost, he was beating Brock Lesnar, smiling, winning the Money in the Bank match. But all of a sudden, it's the most painful, loss in his career. It's the most painful thing. It made him break up with his wife. Just stupid, fake redemption storyline bullshit, You're saying that you had Cena, lose everything, yet he didn't lose shit. He had main event title matches. He was main eventing over Punk. He beat Brock Lesnar. So what is this redemption, I don't understand it. I really don't. And then you get The Rock, praising John Cena for 10 minutes. Talking about how John Cena has the same passion that The Rock has, that nobody in the locker has the same passion as John Cena. So, this is going to be a 1 month love fest, They might as well just get in the ring, strip naked, and have sex. Because that's what this angle looks like it wants them to do, They're just loving each other, There's, they could be rubbing up at each other on WrestleMania 29, Gone are all the insults from The Rock from last year's feud, calling him, saying Cena's lady parts, Fruity Pebbles bitch. Now it's just, I love you, man. Let me suck your dick, Let me try to brainwash everybody else that, you're the new legend. You're better than the Attitude Era. I thought this shit was fucking horrible. And fuck you, Vince McMahon, for bringing in The Rock just to get Cena over. This is bullshit. Ugh, I hated this shit. And then you get, You get John Cena saying, I have accomplished everything but beating you. So I hope this means that at WrestleMania, when he gets to beat The Rock, that means he will have accomplished everything and he could just get the fuck off of TV. Because what else is there to accomplish? He just said it himself. So please leave after WrestleMania. And then, The Rock is, quoting an athlete, and he says, the athlete who made that quote is full of crap, and so is John Cena. He's full of crap. And then John Cena starts smiling, his $1 million smile, like a stupid retard. Oh, God, this guy pisses me off so much, Smiling in an intense, serious promo, what's supposed to be a serious promo. This guy's smiling. Nothing phases this goofball. Imagine, an Austin and The Rock face down showdown with Austin smiling and giggling when The Rock is insulting him, How am I supposed to be yeah, this is tough, this is serious, when you have Cena, whenever The Rock insults him, he should be getting pissed off. And then he tries to be serious, but he looks like he's constipated. All it was a segment of two guys saying, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. Fuck. Bullshit. Then you get Jack Swagger versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know if this was supposed to be a match, but it really wasn't. Jack Swagger's out. Then Hacksaw Sergeant Slaughter and Dusty Rhodes come out, and Jack Swagger beats them all up with 2x4. I thought this was cool because those three, personify America. You have the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Hacksaw Jim Duggan carrying the American flag all the time, and Sergeant Slaughter, obviously, an American guy, part of the American Marine or whatever. So I thought this was good, Jack Swagger beating all these guys down, the real American Jack Swagger. So I thought that was cool. Then you get a fucking trailer for the Marine 3. We're still doing these movie trailer nights. It's movie night every night on Monday Night Raw now. It's a dumb movie. I don't know who the hell's gonna buy this shit. What do you get next? Then you get Team Hell No versus the Primetime Players. And for no reason at all, you have a $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase being there. Just for to make it old school Raw, but there's no reason that he's in the corner. They're saying that he's looking at the Primetime Players like anybody believes that he's going to actually come back and manage. But this was just a basic standard tag team match that you get every single week on Raw. Nothing to talk about here. Team Hell No gets the win. Kane chokeslams one of the Primetime Players and they get the victory. Then you get... Oh, look who's back. It's been 2 weeks. I was expecting you to come back before. Well, I guess it's your time to talk about this PG match. Go ahead. I'm back! Bet you missed me. Good wrestling fan here. Ready for my review? Ready? Okay, so here we go. As usual, we got another 5-star match on Raw tonight because they always deliver. Vince McMahon always delivers. We got Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea, formerly known as Tensai. Oh my god, I love Sweet Tea. He's so cute with the little symbols on his face. Oh my god, my heart melts for that. But yeah, Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea faced off Drew McIntyre and Heath Slater from 3MB. The only thing I didn't like in this match was there was some old guy out there. I don't know who he was. Nobody knows him. I think he's called the Honky Hunky Man or something like that. Honky Tonky Man, or I don't know. But I don't know who this guy is. He had a guitar. Who are you, man? They just get some Elvis impersonator from Las Vegas. Why is Elvis on my TV screen right now? Didn't Elvis die in 1934? Go back to your grave, man, okay? But anyway, besides that old geezer, this was so much fun, guys. I know you love this match. As much as you like to bash PG, you know deep down you love this. This was such a 5-star match. It lasted 1 minute, and that was 1 minute of epicness. Sweet Tea gets the win. He does a move and he pins Drew McIntyre, and yes, I'm so glad they're pushing this team because this team is the future of the WWE. You mentioned great tag teams like the Hart Foundation, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian. Are you dumb? It's all about Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea, and then that stupid Honky Tonky Man takes out his guitar and hits Heath Slater on the head with it. That will give you a concussion. What is wrong with you? Go back to Las Vegas, Elvis. Why are you hitting people in the heads? That's not nice. We don't like headshots. Come on, man. But anyway, the match was good, though. Yeah, so there you go. My PG Match of the Night review. And as always, before I go, it is time to hit my music. What you say now? What you got? What you got for me? Well, there he is, guys. Good wrestling fan. Hope you enjoyed him. He's gone now. I guess we'll see him the next time we get a PG Wrestling Match of the Night. Alright, what'd you get after that? Then you got Fandango versus Kofi Kingston. The big debut of Fandango. The best debut I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, the guy didn't even have a match. All he did was tell somebody how to pronounce his name 5 times. We had to hear Fandango 6 times. This guy has no mic skills. Oh my god, I hate him already. So he's all pissed off because Justin Roberts can't say Fandango. So he leaves. Yeah, good, because I didn't want to see this match at all. So that was a great part of Raw. That's probably the most classic part of Raw tonight. Fandango leaving. And then you get a Triple H coming out. He cuts a promo saying how He told us that he might be leaving, but he never really believed it. And Brock Lesnar beating the shit out of Vince McMahon gave him a reason to come back. I thought this was a good promo, you know. I thought it, you know, kept the storyline going. Brock wasn't there tonight, so I thought this was a good way to hold over the storyline, keep it going. Triple H says, I challenge you at WrestleMania. What are you going to do, fight or sit there and bleed? You know, I'm not really interested in this rematch, but they kept the storyline going with the promo tonight, so that was I thought that was an effective promo. There you go. Then you get Alberto Del Rio versus Wade Barrett. So it was nice for Raw to remind me who the Intercontinental Champion was. You know, every week I kind of forget who the Intercontinental Champion is because that belt don't mean jack shit today. And we get a champ versus champ match, you know. It was fitting because I watched WrestleMania 6. Champ versus champ. Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. Champ versus champ. And what's their version of champ versus champ today? Alberto Del Rio versus Wade Barrett. Woo! Everybody's going crazy, you know. I thought this was a good match, enjoyable. You know, nothing outstanding. I thought it was. I found enjoyment of it. It was a good TV match. You know, a nice, okay TV match. I like Alberto Del Rio's offense a lot more as a face, even though I like his character more as a heel. So there you go. Alberto Del Rio gets the win with the somehow arm breaker, I think, probably armbar, some shit. Then you get New Age Outlaws, and this was, you know, the highlight of the night for me. They announced that this is their first match on Raw since February of 2000. Holy shit, am I getting old, you know? Wow, that's 13 years ago. But it was great to see the New Age Outlaws back in action, you know? They faced off Primo and Epico. The New Age Outlaws still fucking got it. They look like they haven't missed a beat. They look like they could have another tag team run right now. It wasn't a long match, you know? But hell, they didn't look out of place at all, out of shape. They still look good. I say give them a chance to put some new guys over. Have them, you know, have tag team matches. Because I know they had some house show matches, but this is the first time I saw a televised match because I didn't watch the house show matches. And they looked good. I like this a lot. So good stuff from the New Age Outlaws, and they get the... Billy Gunn does the famouser to Epico with Primo and gets the pin. So that was good. And then you get Mae Young's 90th birthday. Mean Gene Okerlund coming out. Mae Young is about to celebrate, and CM Punk comes out and walks right by her. I thought that was pretty funny. I laughed myself. And then you get the Fatal 4-Way match. CM Punk, Sheamus, Big Show, and Orton. I mean, this wasn't that good of a Fatal 4-Way match. You know, I was happy that, you know, it's been so long that I can remember Fatal 4-Way match on Raw. Usually it's just a one-on-one or a tag team match. Finally, a different kind of stipulation, you know. The winner going to face The Undertaker. I mean, I couldn't enjoy this match because I knew who was going to win from the second the bell rang, you know, even before that. You know, it was so obvious. This was just a filler match to get to that feud, you know, so I couldn't enjoy it. And it wasn't that good of a match anyway. And let me talk about this. Oh my god, this match made CM Punk look like a little bitch. I never seen CM Punk look like more of a bitch than this match. Holy shit. This guy was like outside of the ring the whole time, hiding behind the ring apron, waiting, you know, to get a quick pin when somebody's not looking, you know, crawling out of the ring really fast, just laying down. And so he's being such a bitch, a cowardly, you know, chicken shit bitch, yet this is the guy we're supposed to believe is going to beat the streak. You know, Shawn Michaels couldn't do it, Triple H couldn't do it, Kane couldn't do it, but this scared shitless CM Punk who's crawling away from getting beat up is going to beat The Undertaker. Way to make CM Punk look strong. That's why I hated this match. This match was a piece of shit because how it made CM Punk look. Now this Punk-Taker feud is a fucking joke because you have CM Punk, the little bitch, going against the fucking biggest streak in wrestling. Horrible looking for CM Punk. Horrible booking. Just stupid. How do you book a match with, you know, one of the main events where one of the opponents looks like fucking horse shit? He just sneaks in when Randy Orton does an RKO to Sheamus, I believe, and he does the GTS right behind Randy Orton's back, you know? Not even like, he didn't even add anything to the match. He was just hiding from everybody the whole match. So, fuck that shit, you know? I didn't even want to see this Punk-Taker match in the first place. And then Undertaker comes out, you know, and he just stares down with Punk. I guess he didn't want to take off his robe and all that stuff because he didn't want to show people that he got pregnant. You know, his fat belly hanging out. Sorry, Taker, but you are out of shape. But yeah, you know, it's sad. 6 months ago, we were on the internet predicting this card. We were saying Rock versus Cena, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, and Punk versus Taker. 6 months ago, we were saying that shit, and that's the exact thing that we got on this card, you know? Predictomania, you know. Oh, God. Yeah, I hope the matches at least deliver, because this build-up sucks. Balls. Okay, there you go. There's my old school Raw review, you know? I mean, it was an okay show. It wasn't okay. It was not that good, actually. You know, I don't know why I'm saying okay. I guess I'm feeling so positive today. But yeah, I mean, you had a couple of good matches, good TV matches, but the main event made Punk look like a bitch, you know. You had a lot of filler in between, a lot of stupid random shit. Yeah, and a bad Rock Cena promo that, you know, with Cena smiling like a dumb goofball retard. So there you go. There's my little Raw review. I don't think it was as bad as last week's show, but it was not enjoyable. It was, So there's my review. Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe. And remember, I'm doing my first Q&A video, so please send in your questions you want to ask me. Yeah, I mentioned this on a subscriber vid, but I'm sure this vid is going to get a lot more views than my 100 subscribers vid. So please, Q&A time. Personal message me on YouTube, inbox me some questions, and I will answer them in my first Q&A video as soon as I get about 13 questions. So please, send me questions. It can be about wrestling, movies, music, sex, murder, you know, criminals, anything you want. You know, fantasies, anything. I will answer anything. There you go. There's my review. Jay Shady. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.